Hey guys, hey, good to be back with you once again, and we're going to do one that I know a lot of you guys have been hoping to see here on this channel. As usual, I'm not going to promise you that I can actually play this game well. We're actually going to skip over the wild introduction here, mostly because I don't want to get in trouble for the music. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to do friendly. Yeah, 2 from 5 is okay. Pitch type random is okay. All right. We'll just do a couple of club teams. Always we'll go over to Taiwan and we'll have 2 of those. Do I need to go change any other options? I probably should have changed a couple of options. So we'll see. And I'm playing this with the keyboard. I think I mentioned before that I usually play, well, I have to play this only with a keyboard. I don't think I've been able to get DOSBox to recognize
great determination in there.
Is that I actually am not playing this game. Let's see if we can get this set up again. Let's see. So first thing we want to do is we want to turn this to 10. All right, so we'll just do this again. It doesn't really matter who we have. There we go. We wanted to have player coach is what we want. That'll be the computer. That was the problem that I made. There we go. This is a little bit more like it. All right, so false start, but we'll recover pretty quickly. Sensible Soccer, of course, is an all-time classic.
Oh, that's a definite free kick.
That is a definite free kick. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
You'll be lucky to stay on the pitch after that one. Oh, what a
So the space bar does like everything, right? You have like one button.
Fantastic goal!
Anyway, like I said, I'm not promising that I'm going to be able to actually do anything well, but you know, that's the way it's going to be. There actually is more than one button here on the DOS version of the game. I consulted a chart somewhere that listed all of the different buttons and the things that they did and all that stuff. But in terms of gameplay, really, you're only going to end up using the space bar.
It's in the net!
This is going to be a long game, isn't it? So one thing that I really wish that we had with Football Managers, I wish that we had this announcer, right? I mean, like, how come we don't have this in Football Manager? How come we had this, like, I mean, when did this game come out? This game is like, 30 years old, and yet in modern Football Manager we can't have an announcer like that. What in the world is my keeper doing? What was that? All right, this is going to be pretty ugly, just so you know, since we're down 3-0 after 7.
You could say that challenge was a little bit over the top.
I may have just chosen the wrong team, huh? So it's interesting that on defense, I can tackle with the guy who I'm technically not controlling, which is interesting. That was pretty bad. All right, hey, we've made it a couple minutes without conceding a goal. That's pretty good. In my book, that is a victory. It's all about those moral victories.
Superb save!
Well, we made that a lot closer than it had to be, didn't we?
Referee!
Anyway, the other bit that we have here is a little bit of news on the channel is that I'm still working my way through bobbing in to get us to the next stage. It's going to take a little bit longer than I thought, though. is not necessarily because it's, you know, weird stuff has happened.
Now, come on,
like
get
that.
things going with the throw.
It's rather because I've found myself a little bit busy doing other things like running around and doing stuff like that. So I haven't had quite the time I would like to sort of like, you know, hammer out the mid-season transfer special or the end-of-season transfer special and all of that. So we'll see that coming up.
Referee!
We don't have a whole ton of transfers coming up for Bobingen, but there will be a couple of things that will be a little different. So, and I should be able to give us like some sort of, you know, introduction or something that should help a lot with your enjoyment. So good stuff is coming up. All right, here we go. Now, there we go. A little bit more like it.
That's a terrible tackle. You could say that challenge was a little bit over the top.
As you can probably tell, I haven't exactly spent a full ton of time playing this game. I didn't actually have this game when I was growing up.
Superb save!
I don't think I really knew anything about it either.
Referee! Fantastic goal!
I mean, we can play defense all we want, but if you're going to let that in, I mean, come on. It's ridiculous.
You could say, referee! What a goal!
All right, we need to get serious about this, right?
That's a terrible tackle.
Yeah, it's so interesting to me that, you know, in this game, the single button controls everything, right? So if you're gonna change players, you got to push the same button that you push for every other action in the game. And yet it works really well.
Crash off the post! Stop!
Go.
That's a terrible tackle. It's in the back of the net.
Terrible tackle, yeah, but that's terrible goalkeeping. This is just absolutely ridiculous. So this has been pretty ugly. I hope you weren't expecting something that was going to be close, because we definitely don't have it for you here today. All right. Surely things can only get better from here, right?
Here he is then with a throw. Referee! You could say that challenge was a little bit over the top.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Throw in then.
Now, to be honest, I really am surprised that Football Manager does not have, you know, some sort of broadcaster option. I mean, we know that it's in heavy demand, right? Because if you've played with that on FM 24, you know what I'm talking about. It really adds a lot to the game. It's just surprising to me that, like, games before Football Manager could do this, but FM for whatever reason can't do it. We can never have something like this. And the other thing that you'll notice here is I think that there's also crowd specific or team specific crowd cheering.
Oh, what a dreadful foul that is!
something that we have never had in Football Manager. Football Manager has a hard enough time getting the crowd to like respond appropriately to the things that have happened.
Ooh, only
a
you could say that challenge was a little bit over the
So,
top.
yeah.
It's in the net!
That was just pitiful.
That's a
I
terrible
suppose you
tackle.
can blame my poor defense, but in actuality, this keeper is just awful.
Fantastic!
Like, look at that. It's just incredibly, incredibly bad. All right, so we probably should set some sort of record here pretty soon. I'm curious, by the way, as to why they included
Great
Taiwan
save,
in
the
this
keeper!
game. Right? They have like Japan, I can understand, but India and Taiwan, like
Free kick there.
why did you decide on those two nations? I mean, I guess this is what, like the mid '90s. But you would think if you're going to use a Chinese country, you'd use Hong Kong. That would make a little bit more sense to me. Where they had like actual like footballing tradition
Here he is
and
then with the
culture
throw.
and stuff. Taiwan, you didn't really see much at all.
You could say that challenge was. This is going to be a short one. Referee! That was a fantastic save!
Wow, we actually made a good save for once. Imagine that. I mean, making a save period is pretty good considering what this team's been playing like.
It's in the back of the net!
Jeez. All right, 10-0, but we've caught whiff of the goal before, right?
Oh, that's a definite free kick.
And you'll notice too that when you take free kicks in this game, that they don't have you like kicking it backwards
good
like you do in
goalkeeping.
a certain U.S. gold game. What are you doing, man?
Oh, magnificent stop by the keeper.
There we go. Oh man. I got excited there. I thought we were actually going to do
That's a
something.
terrible tackle. Oh, it's a penalty!
Yeah, here we go. We're going to save this, huh?
Oh, the
I chose the right way. I think we should do actually a sort of series of little, Sensible Soccer Let's Play type videos like this, so that I can try to get my skills up a little bit. So one of the reasons for the somewhat awkward controls is that the original game was designed, of course, for the Amiga, and it was intended, I believe, you guys can correct me on this, but I believe it was intended to be played with a joystick. I don't have like an old-fashioned joystick, and it wouldn't really matter anyway because it wouldn't work.
penalty ref!
There we go. Hey, we might score.
Oh, what agility!
We're not going to score.
Oh, what a dreadful foul that is!
How could I ever expect us to score?
sending the big men forward now. Ooh, what a shot that was.
Ooh, what a shot that was.
That's a terrible tackle.
What kind of shot was that? That was awful.
You'll be lucky to stay on the pitch after that one.
All right.
That's a yellow card. I don't think you can complain about that at all.
They're finally going to hand out cards. Okay, we've been probably deserved more than just that one. Anyway, I might not be much of this game,
Oh,
but
what
at
a
least it's
dreadful
fun.
foul that is.
Well, like I said, I haven't played the Sensible Soccer series necessarily all that much, so maybe we'll do more like this. Just let me know.
A full-time whistle blows. It's been a complete rout.
We did have 4 shots on target, so that's pretty good. No, we don't want to replay that. That would be pretty ugly. Anyway, there's tons of stuff you can do. You can edit custom teams. You can create custom teams. You guys have to tell me, did this come with a game, or is this just, you know, whatever version of this game they used? I don't know, whatever. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, lots of good stuff to like here. I don't remember how to exit this game. That's the big question. So I'm going to have to go back on and look up again and figure out how in the world I'm supposed to exit this game. But it's okay. And I want to... All right. This is actually exactly what happened the last time I played this, so I'm having a hard time figuring out how to end it. So we're just going to go ahead and end the video here. You're not going to see my lovely face again, but thanks for watching as always, and it's going to take me, I think, a little while to figure out how to get all this to stop. So yeah, I'll talk with you later and figure out this is more DOSBox problem. So yeah, I'll talk with you later. Take care.